to overtime. Dwayne Wade right at the body of Anderson Varejao. Welcome to your Kodak moment, Anderson Varejao.
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
Let's move on to some other games. Cardinals Seahawks may be the best game of the year so far. Ended in overtime. I won my fantasy matchup because it went into overtime and Kyler Murray got more points. So that's exciting. But of course, Isaiah Simmons got a game-ending pick on one of his first 10 snaps being on the field, which is impressive. Tyler Lockett broke a fantasy football record for the most points ever in a game by a wide receiver. Had something like 53 points. Friend of mine in my league won exclusively because of it. And bragged about Tyler Lockett for, I kid you not, 4 hours, and it was infuriating. But Russell Wilson suddenly came up short. He threw 3 picks. One of them was nearly a pick six to Budda Baker in the red zone, which is one of the 2 picks he's ever, he's thrown 2 picks in the red zone. Both of them have been in Arizona, the other notable one being to Malcolm Butler to lose a Super Bowl. So what's going on there? I don't know. I can't tell you what's going on there. But, my mic just went crazy for a sec. Sorry about that. I think Russell Wilson is the second best quarterback in the league, and he does some crazy things. There were some passes to Tyler Lockett that were just obscene. Like the arc was perfect. Tyler Lockett wasn't even particularly open. It just fell into his arms. It's hard not to root for someone like that. It really is. And so I find myself rooting for the Seahawks as often as possible. Look, their defense doesn't generate pressures. So, Kyler Murray was able to feast for the whole game. Their cornerbacks are not particularly good. Quandre Diggs was beaten repeatedly as a safety. Or, no. He's the corner. What's the name of their... No, Quentin Dunbar is the cornerback. Quandre Diggs is the safety. Got it. But their defense was just routinely falling apart. Jamal Adams has played 2 games. Played well in both of them, but they need him back. I have real issues with this roster construction. DK Metcalf needs to be getting more touches. I know he's finally being shadowed by number 1 corners and all that, and that's why Tyler Lockett was able to have his crazy game. But DK needs to get more involved, because when you have a weapon like that, you need him to be involved. The Seahawks are a great team. They have a great coach. They have a great quarterback. And at some point, what else do you need? On the other side of things, the Cardinals are on the up and up. DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray are a crazy good tandem. Paying Budda Baker before what is now his breakout season. Great move. Cliff Kingsbury is setting up an incredible offense. And their defense has real issues, but you have playmakers like Budda Baker. Hassan Reddick played really well against the Seahawks. It works. And, they don't even have Chandler Jones, who's, again, one of the better edge rushers in the league. So it's amazing to me that the Cardinals pulled this off. And they did. And, that just leads us to the NFC West being absolutely insane. The Rams are now, after beating the Bears 5-2. The Seahawks are 5-2. I believe the Cardinals are also 5-2. The 49ers are 4-3. And that's only because of crazy amounts of injuries. There is no bad team in the NFC West, and that's insane to me. On the other side of things, the NFC East, we don't have to go into this like we did last week. The NFC East, no team has over 2 wins. This is a team that's battling for the division, where the Cowboys are 2-4 or 2-5 after being destroyed by the Washington football team. Washington is 2-4 or 2-5, however many weeks we're in here. I think it would be 2-5. And the Eagles, I believe, are either 3-1 or 2-4-1 or 2, whatever it is. Who cares? It's an awful division, and the NFC West genuinely every team in the NFC West deserves to make the playoffs. And that's a sad thing to say because they're not going to. There's a lot going on there. And it is incredibly impressive to me that every team in this division has just managed to build a good team. I mean, again, how did the Texans not get a first round pick for DeAndre Hopkins? That like he had a great game yesterday. Even the fact that your quarterback is able to laugh when he sees this wide receiver get a one-on-one coverage, not even like open, just one-on-one. He went, okay, yeah, this is a touchdown. Just got to put it somewhere near him. He got it. It's insanity. It's insane. I mean, Cardinals Seahawks is easily the game of the year so far. The Seahawks somehow managed to go into every fourth quarter playing not down to their competition, but just not putting them away. And they've gotten a few losses because of it, but they've been in the two best games of the year so far, being, Seahawks against the Patriots and now Seahawks against the Cardinals.